talking of Christmas,
Mm,
we said we'd get into the festive season
we did.
with our character profiles. So today we're going to be covering Marvel's version of Santa Claus.
Yes, and if you're
Um,
a very young child, maybe stop listening.
I mean, this
We
is
don't want
just
to ruin
Marvel's
anything.
interpretation of him.
This is true.
So he first appeared in a Marvel comic book in November 1954.
Oh,
So they clearly got publishing rights from Santa to use his name pretty early on.
signed
You
a
know, how-
deal. Signed a deal with him.
while Santa's a very giving person, he's not so lenient about copyright infringement.
Yeah, he's got to get his cut. He's only
he's got
useful. He only works 1 month a year.
yeah, you got to remember, copyright law is very strict. If you don't protect your
Yeah,
copyright, you lose it.
DMCA
So
is not something to be messed with.
exactly. But it's very interesting how they did it. So the mythos around who Santa Claus is something that even we don't know.
Mm,
And lots of people believe he's come from different places. And they've kind of taken 3 of the many different beliefs of Santa Claus, and they've kind of played with them. So one is a 4th century bishop of Myra near Turkey,
okay.
who was known for being very kind and generous. And it got to the point where any time anything nice happened in his local area, people would say thank you to him, just assuming it was him who did it, not that it was anyone else or that it was dumb luck.
Right.
And then when that particular man passed away, there was a church built, and people would celebrate his birthday, which was the 4th of December,
Interesting.
by giving each other presents in his honor.
Okay.
And then some believe as globalization took place,
Mhm.
that story mixed with other people's similar stories then led to Santa Claus.
Okay.
Some believe it's an inspiration of a story of when Odin
Oh,
came to Earth, or kind of came to Earth,
visited.
while fighting some beings. A human kind of got caught in the crossfire and was left in a bit of a dangerous situation.
Right.
But the person had faith in Odin to protect him, and as a result of that, Odin got Thor to go and collect the best wines and meats and stuff from Asgard. Odin then put on his best furs and delivered them to the humans.
Okay.
And then as he was leaving, he left in a sleigh pulled by two of the flying rams,
Screaming
which,
rams.
yeah, and and you can see how that would lead into parts of Santa Claus as well.
Yes. Yes.
And another belief is that in pre-medieval Britain,
Mhm.
elders would dress up in furs as a character known as Old Winter
Oh,
during the winter, and they would
shocking that.
deliver food and water to the locals, the families. And it was believed that if you were kind to Old Winter, then winter itself would be kind to you and give you an easier winter to survive through. Um,
Interesting.
and what Marvel say is humanity's belief in these 3 legends mixed with a magical spiritual energy created Santa Claus as we know him in the Marvel universe.
Pure Christmas spirit.
Yes. So he's a mix of all of these brilliant and beautiful things, doused with a fair bit of magic and swagger. And then we move on to kind of some of his first interactions during in the Marvel universe. Most notably for me is during the Second World War, Hitler kidnapped Santa to try and ruin the Allies' morale. But Nick Fury Sr., Captain America, and Bucky went and saved him because that's what heroes do.
Yes. And they
Um,
want to be on the good list.
exactly. But most famously, in my opinion, Cerebro, which some of you will remember is Professor X's machine that amplifies his power so he can find
Mhm.
mutants all over the world. Cerebro categorized detected Santa and categorized him as the most powerful mutant ever registered.
Mm. Would make sense.
And here's the thing: that makes him not only an Omega level mutant, of which there can only be one for each kind of power
Power.
set,
Mhm.
but he would also have to be a very powerful Omega level mutant, even by Omega level standards, to be the most powerful mutant ever registered. But also because his powers are centered around mind, space, and time reality bending,
Yeah.
which is how he's able to deliver presents all in a single night.
Yes.
Um, so Santa is very, very powerful. I believe there are some instances of him wielding the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh my god.
Um, because there was a I
Needs
think
the
there was an
time stone.
issue. I think there was an issue one Christmas.
Ah.
So he needed the gauntlet to save Christmas.
Didn't have Rudolph to drag the
Yeah.
sleigh.
Um, but yeah, Santa is very powerful. He is not to be trifled with in the MCU, but
No.
it's fine because if he ever did get involved, he is a good guy.
Yeah, if you end up on his naughty list, you don't get coal, you get snapped.
But that is how Marvel has decided they will characterize their Santa Claus. Next week we'll be covering how DC portray
Mm.
their Santa Claus, which would be
It'll be
very interesting.
going off. That'll be interesting with now we've had a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, and they've talked about this. They did the song of like who Santa was. Imagine they just do it from like we get like 3 years of different perspectives. Like we go to like new Valhalla, or not Valhalla, new um
As God.
Asgard, and they have their version where they're discussing like their Santa, and then from all that we then get Santa in the MCU.
That'd be very cool as well.
But